The darkness is lifting. I can now see light and shadows. But nothing is in focus. I can also hear sounds, familiar voices, but there is a buzzing noise making it difficult to understand. I can now hear the faint beeping of medical monitors and the sound of air. No, breathing rushing through a tube. Slowly, the images within the room start to take shape and the sounds become crisper. It is then I began to realize, I am still alive. How is this even possible? How, after an assassin's bullet at such close range, can I still be here? What fate has brought me to this time and place? Have I not yet fulfilled my destiny? Out of the corner of my eye, I can see my friend Kim Lee and my team leader Soo Young. They were speaking to a doctor who was looking intently at a clipboard in his hand. He was standing next to a well-groomed young woman in a business suit carrying a briefcase. She had an official-looking name badge pinned over her left jacket pocket. I tried to turn my head to get a better look, but there was no movement possible. It was at that moment the woman in the suit glanced over at me and realized that I was conscious. She nodded to Kim Lee and my team leader and directed them to look in my direction. Quickly, they both rushed to my side. "You're back with us," said Kim Lee. "We thought we lost you." Team leader followed up quickly. "Did you see anything? Do you remember what happened?" Straight to the point as always. I started to feel frustrated because although I understood her question, I could not respond. I couldn't speak or even utter a sound. Kim Lee bent down closer to me. In a soft tone, he said, "You can only move your eyes or blink. If you can understand me, to blink once for yes." So I blinked once to acknowledge him. He smiled and looked at the team leader. He understood, he said. Team leader leaned in close. "I have two very important questions to ask you. Please blink once for yes, and blink twice for no. First, did you see the list? Is it authentic?" I responded with one blink. "Good, very good," she said. "Second, do you remember what happened to you?" Again, I blinked a single time to convey my answer. "Good, we have a lot of work to do. Kim Lee will explain everything." At that, she straightened back up and joined the doctor and the nicely dressed woman. She motioned for them to follow her as she exited the room. Kim Lee now focused on me. "My friend, your injuries should have been fatal. There is no explanation for why you are still alive. The base of your brain has been damaged beyond repair, your brainstem has been severed from your spinal cord. None of the doctors can explain how you survived long enough to be put on life support. I guess it was just not your time." It was then that Kim Lee pulled up a chair next to my bed. He sat on the edge and leaned forward so he could speak to me. "Shin, my friend, you are not in very good condition. It has been a hard struggle to keep you with us these last few days. Even with today's many modern medical treatments, there has never been anyone to survive such a devastating injury, never mind recover to anything resembling a normal existence. This is why I have to ask you this very important question. What if I told you there was a way we may be able to make you better, maybe even a full recovery? There would be a lot of risks and no promises, but it would be possible. But there would be strings attached. You would need treatment and monitoring for the rest of your life. And because this would be the very first procedure of its kind, you would be subject to many years of study. These are the terms offered by those holding the technology to perform this operation. You would become a case study and would have to comply with their wishes. Do you understand?" Again, I blinked once for yes to indicate I understood what he was telling me. He leaned in closer. "Do you really understand what I am saying? Either way, your life will never be the same as it was." Initially, the answer seemed simple enough. Of course, I would want to return to a normal life. But what is normal for me? What an extraordinary life have I led. So few friends, no family. My entire world revolves around a job that I love and that I am extremely good at. In fact, I may be the very best at it. But if I had it to do over again, is this the life I would choose, or is it just the life I expected to live? If I am given the chance, would I go back to the same routine existence? Would I even want to? Yes, I do want to live. I will look at my life differently from now on. I now blinked once again to let him know, yes. I do want to live. I will accept the terms offered me for another chance. He smiled back at me and said, "All right then, I will put things in motion. Be prepared, my friend, you have a long hard road ahead of you." At that, he stood up and slid the chair back. He placed his hand on mine to offer me comfort, but once again, I could not feel it. As he started to leave the room, he turned back and said, "You've worked hard, my friend, please get some rest." At that, he exited the room.